No, I just had to go and grab a shower quick.
Put some drawers on. I'm on my way.
Yeah, in a Christmas sweater. Anyhow, there is one thing I am going to play no matter what, but I can't tell you that. It's going to be.
Save it.
Oh, I am. Absolutely.
So we just need to do a generic show then. Pretty
much. We'll just record something and see what happens. This damn microphone. I feel like everything is super soft. Am I using the right audio?
Just record me snoring.
We can do that too. You do that, I'll play some Breakpoint. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey. No.
All right.
Chicka.
What's going on?
Dude, I'm just beat. I'm tired. I'm sore. Maybe I should have just went home and took a nap.
You take a nap now.
Right here in this chair?
Doesn't matter.
This low back chair?
Sure. Put your feet up. Randy's out. Guess I'm playing video games. Oh, he's a mouth breather when he sleeps. Never mind.
Actually, I'm not. That's because I have a CPAP, because I have a sleep apnea. I thought it was because I was fat, and then when I lost all the weight, I still had to have it. But now I'm fat again. And it's just one of the nose ones. Oh. So I'm not a mouth breather. Unless both nostrils are stuffed up, and then screw it, I don't care.
And then you're a mouth breather.
Then I'm a mouth breather. I mean, you got to stay alive, right?
It helps.
You ever go to sleep at night, go to bed, and just wonder if you're going to wake up the next morning?
Nope.
Just me then, okay. It's just weird. Sometimes the lady we're like, well, this could be it. You never know. You could fall asleep and never wake up again.
You bet you wouldn't know. So.
You never think about that?
Nope.
Never think about death?
Nope. I live it every day.
What would be...
I'm in Ohio. Oh, there's Diesel.
Uh-oh.
Diesel, stop.
It's going to be like one of those laser things. He's got an Angelina Jolie. Lowly.
You're in.
So many wires.
Lay down.
Oh, he's through. We have a different setup for...
We do.
A different reason.
I fixed Diesel's bed. Hey. Go. I fixed his bed. And redid some things. He hates it.
Does he?
Hates it.
You put a bunch of pillows on there like a woman. Diesel's like, I am a man dog.
I put a back to the wall so he doesn't scratch it up with his collar. More like a couch.
Diesel, go lay down.
Go lay down, dude. He's like, no.
He's like about to deep throat my shoe. I didn't take my shoes off. I always take my shoes off here.
That's all right. I wear house shoes.
Yeah, house shoes are different.
Fancy.
Yeah, fancy. I have camo slippers from Walmart that I've had for like 8 years or something dumb.
Oh, dude. You know how to ruin a show.
So Martell just got up to lift up the cords to let Diesel through, and he turned around and walked away back to the other side of the room.
Story of my life.
So, we're recording. You didn't do your normal intro.
Nah, we're just BSing.
We're winging this one.
We're winging it. It's
we have
stupid
no
chair.
Clue. We need new chairs. You should download Brave.
I already downloaded Brave.
Well, I meant the listeners.
Oh, okay.
So we can. I'm watching you slowly sink.
This is the worst.
Behind your little table there, you look like when people try to act like they're walking down the steps behind a couch or something. You're just slowly
look
sinking. Like you're riding an elevator down.
This stupid chair. The shock on it or whatever, the strut is not good.
The strut. The piston,
the strut, whatever you want to call this stupid thing. It's blown. Let's see. I was looking some stuff up, and because you randomly said, do you ever randomly think about not waking up because you're dead, or however you phrased it?
Yeah, like, well, when you're laying in bed at night or you're sitting there getting ready to go to bed, I don't know. I never used to think about death, but the older I get, And then it's just it's not like I'm afraid of it. Like, it's going to happen, right?
Right.
And you don't know when, you don't know how. You hope it's something painless and quick, or, I would hate for it to be painful and drawn out and know it's coming and just waiting for the day.
Right.
Personally. But I've always, one of the games some things I thought about was like, what's the worst way to die? Like, not what is your personal worst, but I think of this or that. So, like, for this or that, would you rather die by being caught on fire and like burning to death, or by drowning?
Drowning, I heard it's more peaceful.
Is it?
That's what I've heard.
I feel like it'd be a lot of panic.
Well, there would be, but then your body just kind of shuts down. The panic goes away.
But you're panicking up until you're at least you lose consciousness, right?
I don't know.
I think fire would definitely hurt more, and you probably live longer through it. I don't know.
You would live longer through it because you're not going to incinerate. Most fires that you think about.
Well, they usually die from oxygen, like lack of oxygen in the fire.
But they
burn until that happens.
Yeah, you're going to burn up until that point, and unless it's incineration where it's instantaneous, then sure. But
man, I don't know.
I think I'd rather drown.
Yeah, I guess if I had to choose thinking about it, I think I'd rather drown. But man, that'd be terrifying for a few seconds anyway. I mean, for the minute or two, you can hold your breath, and after that, I guess you're pretty much taking a bunch of water, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, you probably if you your body won't let you hold your breath.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Point.
You'll gasp, and then from there, I guess it's just a slow.
And then your lungs fill up with water, and you go back to being a baby, and then you come out the birth canal.
You're reborn,
reincarnation,
reincineration. Yeah, I guess thinking about it, I mean, they're both extremes, and they would both suck. But yeah, I guess if I had to choose, I guess it'd be drowning.
I would go with drowning. That's just
what
me.
If you knew you were going to drown? What if it was like the mob put on some concrete shoes, and you were heading, you knew they're about to throw you in the water? That'd be terrifying leading up to it, though.
That would be, yeah.
Of course, so with the fire thing.
Just shoot me in the head.
Yeah, just get it over with.
We don't need to play these games.
Yeah.
Reindeer games. So, well, you asked that, so I went ahead and searched for like 10 random questions.
Okay.
And came up with 122.
Oh. That's more than 10 by a couple.
That is a lot more than 10 by about times 12.
0.2.
So there's like 122 random questions just to ask. Now I've only gotten, they're not like
these are just random questions,
fucked up question
for
like
conversation's sake.
Like if you had to die by fire or die by drowning, which would you choose? These are like, if you had to work but didn't need money, what would you choose to be?
If you didn't need money, why would you have to work?
If you had to work, not have to work.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Okay. That doesn't make sense, though.
Well, let's just say you have to contribute to society by doing a certain job. You don't need money because it's utopian society, but you do have to.
Society would be, I don't need money because what I made is mine. I don't have to give half of it to the government and Social Security and all that crap.
Well, you're not working for money. I look at this as you're not working for money.
Okay, so if you weren't working for money
to contribute to society, you have to work, but you don't need money. What do you choose to do?
I would be one of three things. I would either be a blacksmith because I love doing it. It's hard work,
right,
but I really enjoy it. I would be a musician because I love doing it. Also hard work and different. It's not as physically demanding sometimes, but I love doing it. And then the third one would probably be some kind of a entertainer. When I say entertainer, I don't know if it'd be like an actor or a radio show host or something like that.
Okay. Well, we do a podcast.
Exactly. So if I could do one of the three things I enjoy doing the most, as far as, if I could blacksmith, play music, or do this or some sort of a vlog.
Yeah.
I know there was an 8-year-old last year that made like $22 million on YouTube opening gifts, like boxes. If I could do something like that and just talk for a living, it'd be one of those three things. What about you?
I'd be the town drunk.
That's not, you said you have to contribute to society.
I am.
That's not contributing.
Comedy.
Fair enough.
Get drunk, fall down, do whatever.
But I don't know if it's contributing to society because like some people would find it comical.
Others would find it
annoying.
Nuisance.
It would be a hindrance. It would be a nuisance, right?
Well, and that's what most people
So
would
let's
do.
say you can't be town drunk. You have to actually provide something to
Comedic
masses.
relief. So providing comedic relief.
To some.
To some.
I'd say a select few, honestly.
Drinking the stuff that won't be drunk so they can get rid of the inventory.
There's no such thing.
And you always have those people at work that you annoy, but they annoy you, so the town drunk can annoy them.
What, they hire you to go annoy
Pretty much.
their coworkers?
Walk around
I don't
outside
think that's
their house.
how it works.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if that's not a skill set. Like musician or blacksmith,
that's a skill set.
No. Anybody can do that. Anybody can fill that role. You don't have to like apprentice into being a drunk.
All right, fine. Well, you know how they ask you the question, like, this is basically that question. If you had $1 million, what would you do? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Well, but that's what I was trying to say.
I know. So I would probably learn a very simple instrument like the recorder and play hot cross buns in a band.
Just that one song. Over every song they play, you're just playing hot cross buns.
Yep.
I think you would be good at some of your photography, amateur photography skills.
I would probably go into photography.
Yeah, when you photograph certain things, you do a pretty good job. But I think what I thought you would say you would do bourbon and whiskey reviews.
That falls under town drunk.
No, if you're doing a review, you're providing a service to people. It's kind of like the kid opening boxes, right? We're going to open this box.
Going out and annoying people provides a service to people.
No, to select few.
Being a bourbon and
like
whiskey reviewer, but
like birthday clowns.
Yeah. But being a bourbon and whiskey reviewer only provides a service to some. Not everybody's going to drink.
Well, but you're right.
So I'll be the bourbon review.
You can do that
and town drunk.
Here's the thing with the town drunk: you can provide a service to one. Say one person hires you, you provide service to them, but you tick off 100 people.
Right.
With the bourbon whiskey review, people can ignore you. When you're the town drunk, stumbling around, walking in front of traffic, peeing all over the sidewalk, you're not contributing. You're more of a hindrance than you are help.
I don't see the difference.
You might be the town drunk. we may have an issue. All right.
No, I'd probably go with the photography stuff just because
I think
I've got all the shit to do it. I've been doing it for years. All right. Next question. Now that I've tried to skirt that one. I'm scrolling down through these. There's so many. If you could,
you should just let me pick a number between 1 and 22.
Well, 1 and 100.
Or 1 and 122.
We'll do this one. If you could close one fast food chain due to disgusting food, what would you pick?
No, I haven't tried all fast food chains. Obviously.
Doesn't matter. Just think of the ones you've gone to. I know what mine is right off the bat.
That's tough because they're really bad. Like all of them are really bad. Some of them are just better than most. There's one that's amazing. That's Chick-fil-A. If I had to close
I would close Chick-fil-A.
I would not close
as the
Chick-fil-A.
town drunk.
Heck no, you wouldn't be able to.
It said if you could close one fast food chain.
I would close Burger King.
Burger King?
Yeah, Burger King's garbage. It's trash.
I used to work there.
I was going to say McDonald's because McDonald's is trash, but then I had a craving. I don't eat McDonald's on regular. Twice this week I stopped for breakfast and got a sausage egg McMuffin.
Did you say 8?
Sausage egg McMuffin.
Right. Did you say 8?
A.
Okay.
Singular.
Like,
with a coffee, a black coffee.
Damn.
No, not 8. Sausage egg McMuffin. Sausage egg McMuffin.
A singular.
Because one day I was on the road all week for work, and I worked in my hotel room almost up till checkout on computer crap, and then I missed the breakfast. I got up, got ready, packed all my stuff, and then I just worked on my computer trying to resolve an issue. And I went to leave, and I was like, I wonder if McDonald's still has their breakfast, going. So I went and got one of those, and it was delicious. So I don't want to shut down McDonald's, even though it's trash, but it's guilty pleasure trash. Burger King just sucks. I don't like a single thing about, like, if I had to eat there, I didn't have an option, I guess that's it's okay, but I would shut it down.
All right.
Why do you say Chick-fil-A though?
I was just kidding. Just because you said you liked it.
Oh, I love Chick-fil-A.
I love Chick-fil-A.
I was kind of curious. Like, it's delicious and fresh, and why would you ever... best service you'll get at fast food, hands
Cleanest
down.
place. You can go in there and poop.
That's why I was so... I was
the bathrooms are clean.
Really interested.
No, I, like you, am not a fan of Burger King, but that is not the one I choose. I used to work there, so knowing, like, how things...
It's like that at every restaurant, but when you work at a restaurant, it's different.
Right, it's different.
Yeah.
And I like Taco Bell, so I won't do Taco Bell. Cause
I love Taco Bell.
That's a work staple.
I don't eat a lot, but like 4 or 5 times a day, it's delicious.
McDonald's, I hate McDonald's. I haven't had McDonald's in years. Mm-hmm. But it's not even McDonald's. It's motherfucking Bojangles.
I've never had Bojangles.
I hate. It is disgusting. Like, it is...
I mean, we don't have Bojangles here.
We don't have them here in Ohio, so not yet. I think they're trying to expand up this way. But we went to a Bojangles once because my neighbor's she's from North Carolina. And she's like, Bojangles is the best. We went there. I'm like, this is trash. This is garbage. The pancakes or the biscuits, whatever it was I had,
it's pretty bad.
Super fucking dry.
If you didn't know the difference between if it was a pancake or a biscuit.
I just don't remember what it was, whether I had...
You just get do I put jam or syrup on this?
Well, I could do I could do it on a biscuit, but with both of them, you do jam or syrup.
You could,
but
still, that's funny.
I'm just like, it's so dry, and the biscuits were gross. The sausage was dripping with grease. Like you pick it up.
I hate a dripping sausage.
The hash browns were the same way. Like they dripped with. They just took them out and threw it. They're just fucking disgusting.
Just all greasy though.
Everything was greasy and gross.
Yeah.
Gross. You're gross.
Oh, that's nasty.
No. Pick a number.
13.
13. Well, I was just there. That's not really. There it is. Okay. If you could only speak one word today, what would you say? One word.
I'm trying to think. That's a good question.
You got 24-hour cycle, and you can only say...
if I could only speak one word...
I know what you'd say. Thanks? Oh, that's a good one. That's
because
not what I thought you'd
point,
say.
like, say you go to a gas station, you can't say a word, right? I can get what I want, put it up there, they say something, I can say thanks. I can point, I need that, whatever. But as long as I can say thanks, at least people know I'm not just a jerk. I'm not... Well, of course, they could think you're just mute.
I'm thinking I'd go the other way. I'd be the jerk.
Yeah. What was the word you thought I would say?
Blessed.
Hashtag blessed. That'd be funny. How's that all for you today, sir? Blessed. Oh, man, that'd be funny.
Blessed.
What do you need today, sir? What can I help you with? Blessed.
Blessed.
No, I think thanks would be, I was trying to think of which would be the most helpful. Like, if it's a day I'm sitting at home, I don't care. But if I have to be out in society or, like, working. So what's yours?
I would probably go the opposite and be an asshole about it. And it would be like shit or fuck. I probably say those as
Watch your language.
One word. But thinking about it, thanks is a good one. I could just say mine. Mine.
Either way, if you're only saying one word in a conversation, especially with strangers, or even with your family, really, they're thinking something's going on. Something's wrong.
Right. There's something up.
This dude ain't right.
I don't know.
I kind of wish we did videos because it'd be fun to go out in public and record each other just saying one word and see how conversations go.
God, that'd be awful.
And what would be even funnier is if we had to pick the word the other person could say. Oh. That's like some Impractical Jokers crap.
Satan.
We should.
Satan.
Is that all for you today?
Satan. Satan.
That'll be 1437.
Satan. All right, we're going to sing Jingle Bells.
Sir, are you only saying Satan?
Satan.
'Tis the season. Oh, man. We should do that. That would be a good video.
We could try that. I want to set off the lunk alarms at Planet Fitness.
The only word you can say is ARG. Every lift. ARG. Sir, we need to quiet down. ARG.
You have to scream at the top of your lungs.
No eye patch. Don't dress like a pirate. Just arr.
The only word Randy can say is his name, and Buckhorn bellow the entire day. Randy!
Oh, we should definitely do this.
Oh, shit. All right, pick another number.
47.
Oh, got to find that one. Scrolling down. 47. When things break, do you prefer to fix them or replace them?
What do I prefer, or what do I?
It says, when things break, do you prefer to
replace
fix them or replace them?
No, I prefer to. I prefer to fix them. It saves money. I usually learn something which helps me in my job, and at my job, I definitely prefer to fix them than replace them because it saves money, which in turn makes me look better, and so on and so forth.
Right.
So I would say that I prefer to fix things. If I was stupid rich, I'd probably just replace personal stuff. I'd replace it.
Yeah.
If I was stupid rich, I wouldn't be in this job, so it wouldn't matter at work. But
right.
Yeah, I think I prefer to fix things than replace them.
That's what I do. I fix things. I fixed a coffee cup because the handle broke. I didn't even need to fix it. I could just grab the coffee cup. But all right. Another one. Give me another number.
Let's go with 88.
88. Scrolling down to 86, 87, 88. What is the one food you would never give up?
Bacon.
Okay.
Bacon. Here's the thing.
It's meat candy.
It is.
I mean, it goes
you can
with
do
everything.
so much with it. I can eat it alone, right? I can wrap it around other meats. If somebody says, "Well, you have to give up steak," that would suck. Because I like.
But you don't have to give it up. Steak. This is one you'd never give up.
That I would never give up.
Never give it up. You
like
eat
if the doctor's like, if you eat this again, you're going to die, and you do it.
I'm never giving this up. I'm going to eat this every day.
Bacon. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's no surprise. And I'll eat any kind of bacon that's an actual meat. People were talking about, I was in a discussion with buddies about how one guy said turkey bacon's not bacon, but then he literally said tofu prepared like bacon or whatever's not bad. And I was like, wait.
What? Yeah, hold on.
I would rather have gross turkey bacon, which
than tofu.
To me, bacon is it comes from a pig, period. That's it. But I would rather have quote unquote turkey bacon than whatever's in tofu.
Right. Well, bacon's become a broad term now. You can get candied bacon, turkey bacon, gator bacon, bear bacon.
Yeah.
And candy bacon is just bacon with brown sugar and some other stuff on it.
Oh man, now I'm hungry.
I would go with tacos. Tacos are just as versatile.
Very versatile.
As bacon. So you can do so much with
Well, because you could order a chicken taco, a beef taco, so you could change it up. Shrimp taco,
shrimp, pork,
fish,
beef tongue.
Yeah. Tripa.
Yep.
Laguna.
Sure.
Those are good ones. Habaneros. That's what pops in my head when you said tacos.
I just went to Gaucho's the other day. So good.
Tacos is a good one, too. I like that one.
I would go with tacos.
I could eat tacos. Good tacos I could eat every day, probably.
I'm all about that taco life.
You can do so much different.
Taco life.
Hashtag taco life.
Let's see.
Do I get to pick another number?
I'm looking right now. You know what? I'm going to randomly pick a number myself. Boop. 41. Would you rather have unlimited sushi for life or unlimited tacos for life? That is so random. Tacos.
Yeah, tacos. You should pick a number before you scroll. I'd say tacos. Well, I just recently had a good Buckeye roll.
I just scrolled up to it and stopped.
I gotcha.
So,
yeah, tacos hands down over sushi.
Yeah. I mean, I love sushi.
I just really started trying sushi not too long ago, and it was good. I had some Buckeye roll from one of those fancy new Krogers where they actually had like Asian people working in fresh.
You need to get some real sushi.
Here's the thing. Even at a restaurant,
sushi.
People are like, well, you got to go here to get the good stuff. I don't know what they're doing in the back. I don't know if it's any better or different what they're doing at Kroger. It's not like I went to Kroger and got prepackaged. This stuff I watched them make. It's like one of the new Krogers where they have like a bar and a sushi place and a pizza joint where they're like doing fresh pizzas and gourmet crap. And I've had sushi at a few good restaurants. And I like it, but tacos.
Yeah. It's more versatile.
The end.
I mean, sushi's versatile, but tacos, I love that taco life. Anyway, all right. So I chose another one. Scrolled randomly with my scroll wheel, stopped. If you could lock up one person in a mental institution, who would it be? This is a tough one because
there's a lot of people. Me.
I'm saving
Not
myself.
to do with anybody else. Lock up in a mental institution. I mean, I want to say Trump just to tick so many people off.
You say what you say.
Or get so many people on our side. I think Trump is everybody says he's a great businessman, but he bankrupted multiple companies. He
bankrupted his own companies.
That's what I'm saying.
His own hotels, but they've all come back.
Illegal immigrants for labor on different projects.
I did too for my yard.
Yeah, but you're not trying to build a wall around them. You said, here, I'll pay you to do this, and they did, and you didn't. That was it.
Actually, I worked with an illegal who kept climbing the wall.
He was a rich Democrat who monetarily funded the Clinton Foundation, who he so adamantly speaks out against now, so he's wishy-washy, and he's a buffoon on Twitter. I still pray for and back our president because I don't like any of them. I haven't voted for the last 4 or 5 elections. The person I voted for did not get elected. I still back our president.
Right.
Because I believe that we need to stand together. Now, if there's an act of treason, which I'm trying not to let this get political. I want to say Trump for comedic value just because I think I'll set people off.
All right.
Or George Lucas because he invented Star Wars. That's all I've heard about the last week of Star Wars. I'm tired of it, so.
Oh, he has nothing to do with Star Wars anymore.
Not anymore, but he started it.
He started it.
For him, it'd never exist.
I'm going to put my sister in.
With a whole, and the only thing she can have is whole milk.
Right. I'm going to put her in a mental institution and whole milk just because of the comedic factor of putting her just.
She would go off on people.
Oh, I know.
She would be killing people left and right.
It'd be great.
She would go full G.I. Jane in there.
It'd be awesome.
Snapping necks, cashing checks.
Yep.
That would be funny.
know
who I'd put in one? No, here's my final answer. GW. Dude.
He would just sit in a corner.
Dude, no, you would not. He would literally watch all the people that are cracked out and stuff. Oh man, put him in there with a camera, like a reality TV show. Oh, that'd be great. Because he'd get so frustrated.
It would make for great people watching.
Oh, he gets so angry.
Let's see.
Next question.
Pick a number.
I'm going to go with 4.
I think we did 4 already.
Okay, I'm going to go with 7.
Oh, we didn't do 4, but we'll do 7 anyway.
One of those two.
If you could divest one thing, what would it be?
Divest?
Yep.
Like take the vest off of?
To basically uninvest or get rid of, sell.
Yeah, I know what it means. I'm trying to think.
Like, what invention has caused the most misery? I would get rid of cell phones. I hate technology. I'd get rid of cell phones.
I don't know if I'd get rid of it.
I'd bomb cell phones back to the Stone Age of non-existence.
Yeah, but
we've talked about this before, and that's part of the reason our society is where it is. I would get rid of cell phones.
But it's also part of the reason that our science, technology, and society has advanced as far as it has to.
You know what? Let's just go back to when they invented the wheel. We carried clubs and dragged women around by their hair.
Sounds like a lot of work, to be honest. I don't know if I want to go back that far. I don't want to have to churn my own butter even. So I definitely don't want to go to the Stone Age.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to.
If I could divest, I think I would divest in big government. I would get rid of, abolish, whenever government went more from being the power of the people in the states to the national level.
1776.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to think of how that would. I'm trying to think of how that would even be possible. How I would word this to make it.
It wouldn't be. I mean, wording it to be possible.
So let's see. If I had to get rid of or deprive somebody of one thing, I think it would be big government.
Okay.
If I had to, yeah. Because I'm trying to think of different. I mean, the government's been responsible for so many of the bad things that have happened. MK Ultra and all, the drug issues we have in this country.
What's wrong
firearms
with them?
And
what's wrong with MK Ultra?
Oh, nothing.
The Manhattan Project.
But yeah, I think I would divest the federal government.
All right.
At least in the capacity it is now.
Right. All right. Next question.
What about you? Did you say?
Yeah, technology.
Oh, yeah. The phone thing.
Phones and technology.
What's next?
It's great. I'm over it. If you could wedgie any historical figure, who would it be? Who would you pick?
Because now you could go a couple different ways here. You could go someone like Hitler, just because it'd be freaking hilarious,
right?
And just probably have you killed, but still it'd be worth it.
Any historical figure,
or you can go with somebody very attractive, just so you can get close to their buttocks region. You could go like Raquel Welch in her prime, or like
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, you could go like, hey, I just let you and me go see where this where this underwear can get pulled up your butt cheeks.
I'm going to give you a whale tail.
If I could, you know who I would, because I think it'd be the funniest reaction? Chris Farley. I think Chris Farley would react in the most hilarious manner if you grabbed his underwear and just ripped him straight up. I think because that over the top reactions he always used to do. Imagine the real life outcome of that. I think would be so fun. He still makes me laugh than most any actor.
Yeah.
Makes me laugh more than, man, we haven't even been sampling anything and I'm stumbling all over my words.
I know, and I'm not. This is weird.
It is.
It's
yeah,
like
I'm going to say Chris Farley. I think that'd be funny. Or it just popped in my head, Morgan Freeman.
In his God voice.
Just to hear how he reacted with that beautiful voice of his.
I would go with Napoleon Bonaparte.
Why Napoleon Bonaparte?
Why not?
You're just like, let's see what would happen.
Like when I first read, the first name popped into my head.
That was it?
That was it. Well, I was thinking back to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and the guy who played Napoleon in that, and just how Napoleon acted.
What about Bob Ross? That dude never
He
got
would
mad.
say it's a happy little wedgie.
He'd be like, it needs a friend, and then turn around and give you one. Like, that's payback. Mr. Rogers. Give Mr. Rogers a wedgie.
Oh, I couldn't do that to that man.
No. Oh man, I think it'd have to be somebody funny. I'd want a funny reaction.
Yeah.
I don't want to do somebody to get ticked off unless somebody evil like Hitler or something.
No, I was thinking Napoleon from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
So a fake Napoleon, basically.
Well, no, I mean it would have to be the real Napoleon. When that question came up, that was the first thing that popped in my head.
That's what popped in your head?
Yeah. So let's do one more, and then I got some shit that chaps my cheeks earlier this week.
Shocker.
I know. You've been given an elephant. You can't get rid of it. What do you do with it?
Now, when you say can't get rid of it, are we saying you can't give or sell it? Give it away or sell it?
It just says you can't get rid of it, so I would assume you can't give it away, sell it, or kill it.
Okay, well, I was going to say eat it, but if you can't kill it...
Well, it didn't say you can't eat it while it's not alive.
I've got two options.
You can eat it while it's alive, I guess.
You can start, but it ends to killing it. Eventually, the elephant's going to die.
Well, eventually.
So that's still killing it. So if you're giving it and you can't sell it, give it away, or kill it, you've got two options the way I see it. You keep it as a pet and have to deal with an elephant, which is not cheap, I presume.
What if it's a micro elephant?
Yeah, it's
like
not.
a micro pig.
It's not a micro elephant.
Because there's no such thing as micro pigs either, or teacup pigs.
Yeah, there's not a...
they get huge.
There's teacup bacon.
Right.
Mini bacon. So you've got two options. You keep it as a pet.
Yep.
Or you cut off its tusks for the ivory and get it taken away from you.
You would probably have to get the tusks, but you can't get rid of it, so they can't take it away.
You're not getting rid of it.
That's what I'm saying.
It's getting taken from you.
Due
to abuse.
Well, I think
it's like if you abuse Diesel or your kids.
Well, no, I understand all that. I'm trying to think though.
You didn't give it away or sell it
at the zoo. Do the elephants have their tusks at the zoo?
I don't know.
I don't think they do. So I think getting rid of the tusks.
Your option is abuse it to the point where they say, "Hey, you can't."
No. Because if you need to get rid of I wouldn't. Well, you're saying abuse it. I wouldn't abuse it. I'd keep it and ride it.
Ride the elephant, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though: if the elephant my biggest problem with the elephant is how dangerous it is. Okay,
they can be.
They are.
Can be.
No, they are. If Harley goes around that elephant to where the elephant can't see and the elephant decides to lay down, Harley's dead. It's dangerous.
In that aspect. I'm thinking of rampaging and.
Well, but that's the thing too. If your dog gets mad, I mean, Diesel's a big dog. He'd be a pain in the butt to fight.
He's not elephant big though.
But yeah, that's the thing. If the elephant gets upset for whatever, and it is technically a wild animal, even
It
the
is.
quote unquote domesticated or tame one. The natural instinct of the elephant is to do what it feels it needs to do.
Right.
An elephant has been proven like cows. I just watch you drop like 5 more inches.
Awesome.
You're an elephant. That chair's not rated for you.
It's not, actually. That's why the piston's screwed.
That's why we need new chairs.
It's only rated up to 180 pounds, and I'm 240.
So, yeah, I think an elephant would be cool to have at first, but I think it's more of a, even if you had the room for it, like you have some land here, you technically could have an elephant here, but it wouldn't be the best.
It wouldn't be the best environment
for the elephant.
Right.
Definitely in the winter.
Well, I heard they love winter.
So yeah, that's when it gets mad and rampages and sits on your car.
African animal living in Ohio.
Yeah, I think you'd have to. I don't think you could keep it safely.
You couldn't. There's no way.
It's a kind of a weird question. If you're given an elephant, what would you do with it?
I'd paint it white and call it the elephant in the room.
I paint it black. Just because.
So and tell me what you would do. I'm going to give you the scenario that I ran into here.
I don't know.
And then you tell me what you would do. And
I got a party pants scenario for you that happened yesterday.
All right. Well, we'll get into that. Hold on.
Okay. Go ahead. Give me yours. Right.
So the company doesn't matter. It's their policy that matters.
We'll say it's Burger King because they're getting shut down.
Well, it's Apple, but the company doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Okay. The company doesn't matter. It's their policy.
What's the policy?
So, well, I'll give you the background here. So Lexi's phone has been acting up.
And last week you had to take her.
And it was doing whatever it was doing where it was getting no service. I checked the SIM cards in different phones. Everything was working that way through different SIM card in her phone, and everything worked. So the other week I took her, we made an appointment, went up to Apple and turned the phone in for service.
Right.
While we're there, the genius, because that's what they call themselves, she's like, oh, this is a known issue with this iPhone. It's free of charge to get it fixed. We'll send it back and get it taken care of. It's just the logic board issue and the antenna's screwed up.
Okay, well, first off, I'm already ticked that you had to make an appointment and drive to Easton for them to tell you that.
Right.
But carry on.
So
I'm already annoyed.
That wasn't terrible because I had to take Lexi Christmas shopping anyway, and she wanted to go to the Lego store.
That's a pretty cool store.
So it wasn't.
But
it wasn't.
So you weren't put out really.
I wasn't really put out. I needed to take her out anyway, so it worked. We drop it off. I get an email Wednesday.
Okay, and you dropped it off Saturday.
I dropped it off Sunday. So, and I get an email Wednesday. We've taken a look at your phone. There's a chip in the screen. Please contact us for repairs.
That's not what you sent it in for.
Right. So I call them.
That's like saying I need an axle replacement on my vehicle, and they go, yeah, well, your windshield's chipped, so we need to talk to you.
Right.
Like, no.
Right. So you and I are on the same page.
Okay, so now I'm a little more annoyed.
So I call, and I get one of their service reps, and
service geniuses.
No, this guy was less than. He had lower IQ than I do. So I'm on the phone. He's like, "Well, the screen's chipped. Or the screen's cracked, and the screen needs to be replaced. Our policy is you send the phone in, we send it back to you new out of the box." And I said, that's not what I wanted. I said, I sent it in for this issue because this issue needs to be taken care of. The phone functions just fine.
It was for your teenage daughter,
right.
Preteen daughter.
Right. And I used that. That was another phrase I used. I said, I just need it fixed. It's for a preteen girl. I don't care about the screen being cracked. I said, I wasn't aware the screen was cracked when I sent it in. It had a screen protector on it. That was cracked, but nothing else was damaged on the phone. Well, our policy, I'm like, I don't give a fuck what your policy is. I said, my policy is I send something in to have it replaced. I expect what I send it back for to be replaced. That's my policy. I said, you guys need to follow my policy, not your policy. I don't care what your policy is. I said, I'm not paying you extra for a money grab to have something fixed that doesn't need to be fixed. So smash cut to 10 minutes later, I'm on the phone with a supervisor. gives me the same spiel, except this time he says, well, it's the charging port's damaged and the charging port needs to be replaced. It's not really a cracked screen. So I said, well, you're giving me a different story than what the other guy gave me. I said, as far as I'm concerned, I said, the charging port's fine. I said, because I was able to sync it up to my laptop, do a backup, and it charges. I don't see where the issue is with the charging port. My policy is I sent you a product that you created and made and manufactured incorrectly. You fix what needs to be fixed and you send it back. Eventually we came to an impasse because I was not giving in to the $150 to fix whatever the issue was. And they sent the phone back. So, what would you do in that scenario? There's more to this, but I'm going to stop there.
So,
would you
did they fix it? No, I would have done the same. I would have raised a fuss about it. I would have said, no, send me my phone back. Fix the issue that your genius said was a known and free repair.
Right.
And get it back to me ASAP.
Right.
I expect it back by so many days.
Okay.
You've already had it 3 business days by Wednesday.
Well, and they gave me a loaner phone in the process, so Lexi had a phone. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, that's like, again, my axle needs replacing my vehicle. So you tell me it'll be done by Wednesday and you give me a loaner car, cool.
Yep.
That's still not my vehicle. I do not own a whatever. I own this.
Right.
And I don't care that the windshield's cracked.
Right.
And if you're saying the screen protector was cracked and not even the screen, then I'm wondering what the repair service dude was even talking about. Wasn't really cracked.
They took the screen protector off before they shipped it back. I do know that. So
you sent it with the protector on, they shipped it back with it off?
Yes.
I'd call back Race about that.
Hold on.
But so far I would have done what you did.
Okay.
I would have argued my point that this is what I sent it in for. This is what your people told me. This is what you need to do and get it back to me ASAP.
Yep. So, and I'm like, I didn't pay for it. And I told Lexi, I'm like, unfortunately, your phone's not getting fixed. I am not replacing it. I can take that $150 and put it towards a new phone in a couple weeks. Sorry, kiddo. Your phone will still work as far as like Wi-Fi in the house goes. You'll still be able to make calls on the Wi-Fi and still be able to get text messages and stuff, but your phone just won't work out of the house or if it's not on Wi-Fi.
Which, how often is she out of the house without you? School?
Yeah.
So
for the most part, school and dance.
She doesn't need it.
She doesn't need it.
Outside the house. I mean, she doesn't need it inside the house,
but she listens to music when she's on the bus and.
Right.
So fine, whatever.
Yeah, I did too. It was called a Discman.
Well,
at first it was called a Walkman and then it was called a Discman.
I had a portable 8-track player.
And we weren't. No, you didn't.
I know they didn't make.
I was going to say. I was like,
I did have an 8-track player.
Not that much older.
I did have an 8-track player though.
I had an 8-track player in my truck. It
was awesome.
I just owned that truck like 6 years ago.
But so we go up there yesterday.
Okay.
So what's yesterday? Yesterday was Saturday. So we go up Saturday. We get there and I walk in. I'm all pissy anyway because they're not fixing the phone on there. And the guy's like, oh, what can I help you with? I'm like, I need to pick up my phone and drop this loaner off. I'm done. Oh, yeah, just go sit at this table over here. And one of our geniuses will be. I'm like, debatable. So the woman comes out and she's like, Martelle? I'm like, right here. And she goes, so we have a little issue. She goes, on our end. She said, I looked at your phone. She goes, I'm one of the technicians here that does on-site repairs. And I looked at your phone and I had a hard time finding where this chip is, this crack. She goes, once I found it, I showed it to a couple managers and the store manager, and we're just going to replace the phone for you. She goes, it is absurd that they want you to pay $150 for this tiny little chip. She said, so we are just going to replace the whole phone so that you have a functioning phone again.
They could have said replace the screen.
What's that?
I said they could have just replaced the screen on that.
Not in store, they can't.
Oh, okay. So that would have to be done.
Yeah, the on-site technician does little other things like phone setup, and they double check the work that when it gets sent out and comes back. They double check all that.
Okay.
So she looked at it, and I'm like, "You're kidding me." She's like, "No." I said, "Where's this chip at?" She pulls the phone out. You can't see it unless you're at a certain angle. It is the tiniest little chip out of the glass.
More like a nick out of it.
It's smaller than the smallest pinhead you can think of. In the top right corner of this phone. So they ended up replacing it. So Apple redeemed themselves on this.
Well, good on
They put
them.
me through hell for, 25 minutes on a phone call.
Store, yeah, it sounds like the local store made up for the corporate garbage.
Right. Well, I also they also got a survey after my phone call about how they did. And I'm like, you guys, your policy is shit. You guys suck. Kiss my ass. Like, just burn it down. Just completely burned it down. To the point where I couldn't even.
Cocktails everywhere.
Yeah, I couldn't type anymore.
Out.
I went to the voice to text translation. Like, I started typing and I just hit the button and just started talking and reviewed everything before I sent it back. I was pissed after that phone call.
Yeah, it sounds like they did you right, though.
They did.
The local store.
The store did.
So good on them.
They thought it was ridiculous that they wanted $150 for this little chip.
Yeah.
In the glass. So they redeemed themselves nicely. Oh, does Randy get one too?
You haven't eaten anything today, so.
No, I'm good for now. Thank you.
Thanks, babe. I just got a sandwich and some mac and cheese.
Sandwich and mac and cheese delivered for one.
Right.
No, I'm good. I ate this morning.
I'm not going to eat that while we're recording.
I had a couple breakfast croissants.
You'll hear. Ugh. God, I even just hear myself.
I was saying that was enough.
Fucking awful. But yeah, that was my chaps, my cheeks this week. It was for a company as large as Apple to about that tiny ass little chip. That is if the screen was cracked, like broke.
That's why nobody likes them, man. Like there are fanboys, but I don't get. People pay. They're just now releasing things that Samsung's had for 5 years.
Well, they sit on things and they refine it. Like, I will say that some of the stuff they do, they refine some of the features. Like the Face Lock's been around on an Android phone for 10 years.
Yeah, they refine some of the features, but then they put out a new phone in 6 months and charge you, $1,000 for it. And then 6 months from now, your phone's worth $200. We're going to charge you $1,000 to have the new feature.
Right. And that's coming down. So
they sued Samsung over where the button location was on a phone.
Yeah.
Which Samsung paid in pennies.
Yep.
Which is the kind of crap they deserve.
In general, I saw an article that basically stated people are tired of paying $1,000 for a phone. So
I've never done it. I won't. I refuse.
If I have, I have just because I wanted it, but then I ended up selling it and getting my money back and buying a different phone. But if people stop buying $1,000 phones, they'll have to lower the price because no one will buy a phone.
Yeah, but that's the same thing as saying if people stop voting two-party system, then we'll get more options and it'll be better for America. It's not going to happen.
Well, that's not going to happen. I know.
Everybody wants to sit on Facebook and say everybody needs to quit doing it. It's like that thing where they say boycott gas, don't buy it on this date.
Whatever. No one does that shit.
No, if I need gas, I got to get it.
You got to get gas.
We're under the thumb and being pressured to do certain things.
Right.
And paying for technology is one of the things you're pressured because holy crap, you don't have the latest iPhone. Teens today who make no money want their parents buying $1,000 phones just so their other teen friends think they're cool.
Lexi has an iPhone 7. That's 3 years old.
I mean, like I gave Huck my old Samsung, I think it was an S7. I just now have the S9, which I got after the 10 came out. Mm-hmm. I didn't even pay for the latest one. Or maybe I have the 10. I don't know. But I gave Huck my old one because he could use Wi-Fi to play his games.
Yeah.
So it sits at home, and I actually haven't even seen him use it for 4 or 5 months.
Well,
but he's 5, so
he's 5.
To him, it's something to play some games on. He has a tablet for that, and he only does that once every couple of days anyway. But
here comes the meandering bear.
I can't. Apple redeemed themselves. I mean,
they did.
Definitely frustrating for you, but. Yeah, mine. So I was going up to a buddy's yesterday. Went up. Excuse me. I had to yawn all of a sudden. I went up 315. Got off at Henderson Road. Pretty busy part of Columbus. Fairly well traveled. And when you get off and turn right onto Henderson off 315 North, it's single lane. Then there's a road. It comes to a left turn lane. Well, there's also a bike trail. Right off that exit, you run along kind of a bike trail on the bridge.
Yeah, it's the one up in Worthington, right?
Yeah, so Clintonville.
Oh, you're in Clintonville.
Area. So cyclist came off the bike trail, merged into traffic appropriately.
Okay.
Signaled that he was going to turn left. He was pedaling as fast as his little legs would pump with his party pants on and his
fixie bike.
His cool. No, he had the full. Like it looked like an expensive bike.
Full set
one
of
those
gears?
like $3,000 clip in. Which I was listening to a comedian while driving this last week, talking about how he was all for the cycling and where he told him to stop getting so serious was where he had the clip in shoes. He said the only people that need clip-in shoes are for people that don't know how pedals work. He said you push one down and then you push the other down.
Now
he said the only way you should need clip-in shoes is if you only have one leg.
Now I have seen a need for clip-ins at one point when I was mountain biking.
I know, I get it. It was still funny.
You push one down, the other one comes
the other
up.
Down. He was just saying, like, he really got into cycling. He bought like a $3,000 bike. But he's like, I refuse to buy clip-on cleats or whatever they call them.
You got to buy another pair of shoes you can't wear anywhere.
Yeah, so this guy's got the whole get up. He's Lance Armstrong, and he gets in the left turn lane. It's a red light, so he comes to a stop, and I'm behind the car that he was in front of. So it's in the lane going straight. It's one vehicle and then me, and then he's in left turn lane alone. There's traffic behind me. The light turns red, and a couple cars go out of this neighborhood, and then he just goes. So I rolled down the window and said, "Hey, buddy, it's still red." And he turns around and looks at a bunch of cars. They couldn't find me, but I waved at him because I wanted to know who it was.
Right.
It's one of those things where cyclists always want to go share the road, but they want to break every law.
Except when it pertains to me.
Yeah. That was one where I didn't really chat my cheek so much as I just went, there's another one.
Yep.
They're idiots. It's the same thing as the motorcyclists that ride like, I don't care if it's a crotch rocket or a Harley. There are people out there that ride like complete buffoons and then all winter long drive their rusted out crappy vehicles with stickers that say, "Look twice, save a life," when they're freaking splitting lanes and riding 100 on the freeway and swerving. Screw it. Yeah. Coexist with motorcyclists. Quit riding like freaking idiots. Granted, that's not, I don't want to generalize and say all cyclists and all motorcyclists. But I do want to say, let me finish. I do want to say all cyclists. I've seen a lot more motorcyclists that aren't as bad.
No, I've seen motorcyclists,
but cyclists, man,
but bicyclists. I had a guy yesterday do up and down in Lancaster. I was heading over to a store that's out in the neighborhood, and he was coming down this hill, 4-way stop. It's just some young kid on a piece of shit BMX.
No, that's not a party band cycler.
No, rolling in his.
That's some young punk.
But he starts to slow down. Like I came out the stop sign. He's up the hill. I go to take off. He comes flying right through. I'm like, what the fuck?
Should have hit him.
I almost did. And then he looks at me. He swerves around me and looks at me. I'm like,
yeah.
What are you doing?
Yep.
I said, there's a stop sign. What a little trashy asshole.
Yeah, it's my thing is I don't care what you're into. I don't care if you're into jogging or cycling or motorcycling or driving a fast car or shopping. When you start acting like you're better than literally everybody else and everybody else should revolve around you and let you go through, it's okay for you to break laws or to skirt laws or whatever.
Oh, the people that have no idea how 4-way stops even work.
Well, my favorites, I love roundabouts.
I love roundabouts.
Because roundabouts work. It's been proven to reduce accidents, to help the traffic flow. But I also love watching idiots that don't know how to work roundabouts. It's hilarious to me.
Yeah.
I kind of get frustrated at them when they come to stop and nobody's coming. But at the same time, I'm like, it's so funny.
It's a yield.
It's a yield sign. If there's even a yield sign. Some of them don't even have that.
Most of the ones I've seen have yield signs, but even so, it's still a yield.
Yeah. Or
that doesn't mean full-blown stop in the middle of the road.
Right.
Dicks. Not the sporting goods store.
Sporting goods. They're going to go out of business.
Hopefully.
Well, they keep taking away all the crowd they sell, and everything's so expensive there. All their sporting goods stuff is way too pricey.
Right. That's why I don't shop there. But, all right, let's wrap this shit up.
Let's do it.
This is fun. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Google, Tweetstagram.
Damn.
I was wondering, I almost just let it hang there for a while. Make people think that it stopped.
Check out Brave. It's a new web browser that promotes security and anti-ad tracking. So it's really good. I love it. It's built on Chromium, which is what Google Chrome's built on, but it's better. It's faster.
Right.
It's just a great all-around browser if you don't want to be tracked by Facebook and Amazon and Google and all of those other websites that do tracking, and some sites have up to 100 tracking cookies on them. It is absurd. Like I have seen when I'm using this browser, things like it'll tell you how many things have been blocked. And I've seen like 46, 102, 112. It's ridiculous how much stuff is being blocked and tracked through websites nowadays. So if you want a little more anonymity on the websites, use Brave. Check it out. We have a link posted on our Facebook page that's pinned to the top. So click that link, install it, download it, use it for 30 days, and let us know what you think about it. Other than that, I'm Randy. He's Martell, and we're out. Peace. Pinkies up.